Again, I'm not a front-end guy, but we're going to play with it and see how things go. I want to be able to highlight some text tonight, so this is the goal, is to be able to highlight a section of text and right-click and change what happens in this pop-down and eventually be able to send that string of text back into the JavaScript so we can do stuff with it. Or maybe a ref of like, I don't really know. We're going to see what happens. I've never really done this before, so we'll see how it goes. But that's the goal, is to figure out what text has been selected so we can reference it when we create a citation. I would like to be able to change that word right there. Right, it's specific. Alright, so this is the text as it stands today. I think that we should change that one first. So whole document will be the Constitution as it stands today. And then we're going to change I've already made the change. So highlight that, right click, make change, click on make change, type it, find instead of form, and then create a citation. Why that change needs to be made. Why do you feel that we should change form? And I'll create a citation for that. I'm going to do that now. Why? And I'll maybe we can cut this up and I'll figure out how to put this there later. Pretty apparent that America was awesome and had a lot of enviable qualities. America was the place where people literally killed or would be willing to die in order to get to. That should not be forgotten. America was legitimately great. I grew up in what people would have called the idealized America. Like, my parents were two middle-class people who were public school teachers, and they had enough money. We bought a motor home because they saved their pennies, and it was my dad's dream, and we went driving around the country. And before I was 10 years old, I was in 40 states. It's kind of what built my wanderlust. But at the same time, like, that is the American dream. That shit was what people were willing to die for that. I think we're a little lost. I think we need to find our way back. That's why I think we should change that word. And once we've all codified it, once we've all agreed how to move forward, that word will automatically turn back to form through the smart contract. And I'll explain that part later. But this is where blockchain comes in. If we can restore trust in our institutions, and that's what it can do. Blockchain has the power to do that. I don't know how, but I know philosophically and theoretically it can. And if it can, we will. This is the start. So, I want to be able to highlight that text, send the fact that I've right-clicked on it to the JavaScript, and be able to bring up a pop-up box with that text. That's the goal for tonight. Let's do it. Does in fact appear to be $event. Why is that? Oh, that's why. That's probably a non-context menu event. Event.
And if all the people admit their weaknesses and mistakes,
we're just gonna prevent.
Life would be much easier. Life would be much easier. City lights dancing my eyes, but must be let somebody records our lives.
Let's look at this mouse. I think there's probably
It doesn't matter which religion you choose. So if you really feel it's not your cup of tea, give up, but be kind, pay and leave the tea. So if you really feel it's not your cup of tea, give up, but be kind, pay and leave the tea.
Context menu mouse event. So sending a mouse event. Okay, mouse event. Okay, and let's just fill that out and see what we get.
We're right with the darkest times, and it is hard to be people sometimes.
Whichever button it was.
And the thought haunts me all night long. What remains when we stop the war? Life would be much easier.
Better if we highlight, what happens?
Life would be much easier.
Okay, so we got so it's getting context here. I mean, it must have get something.
City lights dazzle my eyes, but must be let somebody records our lives. And in the doomsday, it will lay out all rules. It doesn't matter which religion you choose. So if you really feel it's not your cup of tea, give up, but be kind, pay and leave the tea. So if you really feel it's
gotta be a way to get that. Is there anybody out there who would know? Does anybody know how to right-click and get this tranquility provide with JavaScript? Like, I've got that context menu on context menu, like when that thing pops up, I'm getting the event, but I can't seem to get the text that's going along with it. Why?
The only way I know, the only way it is. Come near me, don't fear me. That's why I'm running, just looking for ya.
Check that out.
All I wanted was a morning with you on it. You see I'm drowning, trying to make your lips around me, but you never look down at me. Straight for the sun. Summer's gone, but you can be my winter love. Summer's gone, but you can be mine. Stop spinning when you open your eyes, my darling. What a beautiful soul, you deserve your own island. She want me, I'll be only one Godspeed. Holy girl, and I know if our time was up tomorrow, I pull you near me. Now that's really spin you like a bottle, baby, spin you like Serato. Let me walk you through the golden age, diamond days, purple haze, and show you lots of summer face, the difference between night and day. Summer's gone, but you can be my winter love. Summer's gone, but you can be mine. The world stops spinning when you open your eyes, my
Because there might not actually be a window always. Like the USSR, like there are times when it does not exist. So we're going to actually.
Summer's gone, but you can be my winter love. Summer's gone, but you can be mine. The world stops spinning when you open your eyes, my darling. What a beautiful soul, you deserve your own island.
Good. Because we have conditions now, actually. So we can just do this. And it won't run it if it doesn't exist. And toString. Do that. And we're gonna see what happens. Let's see. I bet it works. What do you think? I think it works. Let's see. Boom! Ha! I'm not a front-end dev. I'm 50 DevOps. So now, can I get Oh, it's got a bunch of stuff on there. It's not just nice. Alright, so we can tell where it is. Like we know where it is. Okay. And figure out what. Let's just spit out this whole thing is. Offset. This must be like where it is. Okay, 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 40, 50, 60. Okay, so let's just try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lucky number 7. So if we highlight people, we're gonna get number 7. Anchor offset. Boom! So, we want to now right click here and make a different pop down the list. Come up and we want to give it different options. I love this song, by the way. This album is one of the best albums ever. I will need to formally ask them if I can use that term. That's the parent element. This is the node. This is a selection.anchor node.
Touch me in the morning. I'll tell you why I'm mourning, baby. There's something in this water, so drink it till you're falling for me. I'll tell you why I'm mourning.
This is a node. That's the actual node. So then we can, let's try something fancy. Let's see if this makes it. Content. What is up with that? Very weird. I can't believe I'm DS when ignoring a DS ignore. That is special. Just let me like set it to see if it works. That's kind of frustrating. Because the one thing about like TypeScript is it's excellent. It's just like the guardrails that like prevent you from accidentally throwing an error. Like literally I put 2 ignores in. That's kind of nice for like a lot of people who don't know and like they just want to make the red line go away. Like they'll do it right. But when you want to like JavaScript is an expressive, flexible language. If you're a JavaScript developers learning TypeScript, you really understand this one. So it's something I learned TypeScript right away. Right? It sounds like the biggest mistake. just a bore and a pain, and but I mean, let's just go. Let's just keep going. And I'd like to build a GraphQL API. I've been looking a little bit, debating whether, well, not debating. I think this is what I'd like to do is set it up so that all of the resolvers are either can be run locally, setting up an Apollo server, or they're going to run as the handlers on AppSync. And that way it's super cheap to host. It introduces a few challenges. I think they will be fun. I love DevOps after all, so like, why not? Why not? Let's have fun. Staying focused on making this work, though. This is my problem. Is I want to do everything, and like doing everything is not easy. It takes time to code everything. I might actually even, I think I'm going to do this off camera though. I'm going to build a Scrum board. I'm going to build a Scrum board for Codify with the tasks that need to be taken care of. After all, I'd like this to be an open source community project. And making it easy to contribute is a big piece. And right now that's not possible. Like, I don't even have the link on my, what's the software name? OBS? I don't even know what it's called offhand. Like, this is all new to me, so I need to do. So we gotta keep going, like incrementally. Okay. So that I think I'm gonna do tomorrow. That'll be my goal for tomorrow, and I might even do that tonight. This happened relatively quickly. Being able to get the changes we need and then send them to an API so we can do something with them. That's really the goal. So like, we're gonna put up the document, and then we want to be able to send our changes to the document so that they can be organized and aggregated, etc., and someone can do something. Okay, next. I guess we could. Just noticed that my headphones are turned way down. There we go. I bet you can hear me a lot better now. All right, I apologize. Okay. All right. So, hello. Now that you can actually, the microphone is on. Hi. How you doing? Actually, let's say hello. Are you on Twitch? Or perhaps YouTube. Are you on YouTube? I see someone's there. Hello. Okay. So, this is the goal, is I wanted to be able to get the text updated. And it looks like we can get the data off of that object there, the get selection. And then we can get the node off of that get selection so we know what object we're working with. Oh, but I bet that's going to give us the actual, like, ooh. Oh, we know what. Okay, I'm. This is where I don't know enough about Vue, honestly, and I don't know if we even need to. Is what I was thinking is like, this is the element that we're working with, and the element we're getting the event from. But if we start mucking with it, like, we don't want to do that. I don't think that's the Vue way. Like, I was thinking, how do you update the text? But like, that's not the Vue way. We update the text here. Like, that's where the text gets updated. Oh, you can't see my mouse. Oh, weird. Okay, I got to figure out how to. I think I'm gonna take a section of my screen instead of just the window. So like, what I'm doing is I'm just capturing the VS Code window. So even if I move it, see, it doesn't really like it moves, but it doesn't move. I'm actually moving it on my screen. Instead, I think I'm going to capture a section of my window. So I'll capture the whole window. Let's just do that now. And that way I can flip between a few windows here. Let's try this. The interview. Nope, that's not what I want. Should we set up a new screen? Yeah, let's just try that. New scene, and we're gonna call this a screen capture screen scene, and I'll be right back with the audio. Okay, hello. So now to add the webcam back in, let's video capture, and then there we go. Hi. Okay. And let's set that down there. And boom, good enough. Oh, I forgot about all the other. Yeah. Again, let's do that offline. I apologize. I there's so much to do. There's so, like, setting up OBS, I realize, is like you can't just do it on the fly. It's not something that can be just like done. Thought it would be easier, but I forgot that, like, there's like a lot of other, there's like 8 other sources, and like, fuck, it's a lot of work. Okay, I'll show you you'll see my cursor next stream. So I will start scheduling this next stream. I'll be able to do this update to the chat, or the capture here, window capture. So now, shall we try to build some infrastructure? Do an auth and everything like that. I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow, because I do want to do that for another project as well, for the CDK project. So I think I'm gonna kind of dual duty, and I will do that tomorrow, and I'll stick with just being able to, let's just try to update this ref. Okay, so how do we do now our own custom context menu? Okay, so we drop down. Prevent default, I bet, would be, and that would, okay, that's gonna stop the, yep, okay, so that stops the other one. And now, let's bring Vuetify in, because what I was thinking about is, like, I could just like go to another page and then pass that in as a prop, or open up another component, or, but like Vuetify really is what we want. We just want like an easy drop down. I think let's do that. Okay, Vuetify. Let's install Vuetify. Get started. View add Vuetify. Let's make sure did I add? I did not. believe. Did the Vue CLI? Oh, that might have been in the outer. Oh, I deleted it. That's exactly what it was. Okay, I deleted it yesterday. So the Vue CLI is gone, so I don't have that, I don't think. I wonder if this Vue CLI service will do that. Does it work? Ah, no. Yeah, that's not what I want. Let's not do that. Uh, want that. What is the install of Vue CLI again? It's app Vue CLI. Uh, See, this is what when you try to like take too many shortcuts. Okay. I will be right back. I'm gonna go get some more tea. Okay, I got myself a little bit of a snack, because happens. And this time, let's do npm run. Oh, there's a Vue UI. Ah, yeah, nice. No existing projects, what do you mean? Yes, ma'am. Import this folder. Sure. Import this folder. Do we get a project? There's my new understood. Did it hook in? Does look like it actually did. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we want to beautify. How do we get beautify dependencies? Configurations tab. Oh wait, I think there was said something here. You had hopefully it adds version 3. There changes in the software. I'm not feeling well tonight. I really am not. Off my game. Off my game. It's Saturday. I'm allowed to get days off. I don't really like them though. I don't know. It's weird. I like to code. I do. It's probably gonna be a minute. Oh, so where's Codified going? Or what is Codified about? Um, okay, so I don't necessarily say. Oh, what is that? Good. Does not look good. Okay, let's try that again. Just use the defaults this time. There are uncommitted changes. What do you mean? Oh. Oh, shit. So I haven't used Vuetify with Vue 3 yet. This is still my first go around with Vue 3, and I'm not real familiar um, with where the state of it is. I really love Vue. It's great. It just works. It's easy. It's easy. Learning Angular and React can be kind of a bear. Um, at least learning Angular, you learn best practices, but um, it doesn't mean it's easy. Uh, so that I do like Vue. It's the best so far. Evan, you the man. Just saying, you did a good job. You're doing a good job. No, what the hell? That must be oh, hmm. All right, I've already done this. I don't want to do it again. This is hard. This is a pain. Like manually installing it is what I need to do. All right, I'm gonna have to do that. Actually, I have that in this repo. Mm, 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 oh, didn't even need to do that. Was it Vue 3? Or, yep, right there. Huh. Mm, that's where I did it. Okay, this is the Vuetify loader. Awesome. Little trick and doing this. Okay, so like any component now that's in your base. Um, I apologize. It's been a while since I set this up, but it was really sweet. Okay, so in this folder here, base, All right. These components, these are your base components. So like anywhere in your templates, if you use a base button, it will install this button, and that's loaded globally. So like using this now, it's not set up, but we're gonna get there. But this is the API we're going for. Is that if you were to here and do that would not throw an error. And you don't have to import it. It just it's globally available and it's tree shakeable and it's auto imported because we're using the Vuetify plugin. It's awesome. It's very, very convenient. Um, I've set up a lot of projects, but I haven't used Vue a ton. Like I like setting, I can build out a nice environment and make it very easy and convenient to use. But like actually building a lot of Vue apps is not something I've done. I've done that. Sorry. Go cookie. Okay. So Vue style loader. That's loader. Not using that plugin anymore though. Oh, phony. There we go. That's what we want. Oh, there's a good cookie. Okay. So I know I did that, but I think I had to also I loaded the actual Vuetify. I wasn't here. Yeah. I should leave more comments for myself when I do shit, because like I write so much code and I don't remember what half of it is. Where it's like, oh yeah, I did that again. Oh yeah, just fucking around. Forgot where I got this idea from, but this is a good idea. Makes it very easy. Actually, what I really wanted to do, I don't know if it'd be worth it or not, just because of the naming collisions, but it's possible. Oh, would you get IntelliSense? I don't think you get the IntelliSense, but it's possible that you could have. Okay, so like you could walk a directory, like you could like I did here in where the hell was it? Let's leave that open. Here. Okay, so this is actually walking the directory for you, or it's walking the tags. Actually, is what it's walking. And if the tag starts with base. All right, we are going to go into that base directory, and then we're going to look for, oh, don't do that. All right, so we're going to go in that directory, and then we're going to look, for the tag name, and we're going to import that. Like, we're basically what this is helping Webpack. This is, again, Webpack is doing this. Like, it's adding that import to the top of the script tag for us. We don't have to do the auto, like, we don't have to add stuff in the script tag. I.e., here, where's one that imports another one? Here, like that. Looks familiar, right? Because what's happening is like Webpack is basically like, that's how this Vuetify plugin loader works. Is it's matching these each tag, and it's passing in the kebab tag name and the camel tag name, and then I'm checking here to see, like, does that the camel tag now, so it's camel casing that tag name, which is what all these, so like how you can either do this or you can do that. All right, so like either of those is valid technically. Right, so what this plugin's doing is it's looking, it's giving you both. It's giving you the camel name and the kebab name, and then I'm looking to see, like, okay, does it start with lowercase base dash? And if it does, that's one of our base components. So import it from the base folder here. All right, and then I'm taking the substring. All right, so now I'm cutting off the first 5 digits, like the 5 letters of that, and then we're looking in here. So like, instead of base button, it's just O and 2 lowercase. Okay, and actually I'm using the camel case, so I take it back. I'm actually taking. Ooh, is that an error? Substring. It's starting at the 4th index, yeah, because I want to cut off 1 through 3, BASE, and camel case, and that would leave just capital BUTTON, and that's what we want, is base/button, boom, base/button.view. So it's importing the right thing, because I know it works, so I know that's right. Okay. But it's possible to walk your components directory. Like, it's possible to basically, like, at startup time, because this is when Webpack is built. Like, when you're building the Webpack config, you can at startup time walk all these directories and like blog, like, so any component you can actually programmatically build this if statement for each of those directory names, and then like look for components that are starting with blog. You wouldn't want to do mix-ins, but like you could technically auto load a mix-in as a component. It would break, but you get the idea. So now you wouldn't have to actually import anything. Like, that would be nice. Although I've heard that places like Facebook, when they name their components, they tend to do a flatter directory structure, and the component name is like, instead of doing like I did here, components base button, it's components base button.view right there. Like, it's all in one giant flat directory, like your node modules. It's just a huge flat directory, and they do that because it's easier to bring up that and search for the file name, and they want their developers to be efficient, so they'd look up. But when you have 12 or 15 or 18 or 35 buttons, you don't really see all of the legacy components and base part here. Like, you lose a lot of the directory telemetry. You don't know what button you're talking about. So actually, when I built this was before I learned that little tidbit of information. And I always wondered, like, it's a question I've asked myself, is like, is it better to like use the long name for the file, even though you're putting in the directory anyway? Like, i.e. name it base button and still put it in the base folder. Facebook says yes. He's cheap and neurotic. So like I'm guessing they've done some kind of study to say that like, it's faster in order to do it that way. It's better. So I think as I start to build out Codified and I'm building the style guide, or at least I'm asking for some help to build the style guide. So if you want to help, help. But I think doing it that way, and I do have to admit, I like the idea of full name for each component, so it's easy to toggle with the control pane in order to get to the right file, get them open. Watch a great video today by Chris Fritz, and it was one of the Vue building an enterprise Vue application, and the talk, part of the talk, at least the beginning of it, what he said was, "It's like, what's the difference between an enterprise application and not an enterprise application?" And the part where you would hope that everything you do grows into an enterprise application at some point, meaning it's easily maintainable by someone who doesn't know everything and anything. Like a junior developer can step in and actually like work the thing. And a few other. Watch his video, by the way. It's a check him out. He did the Vue boilerplate, Vue enterprise boilerplate. It's a great repo. Star him for sure. But talking about how to organize a large Vue application or a large front end application, it's something that I've run into as a challenge. At one of the places that I worked, it was a huge Angular application, a huge, unwieldy, very poorly architected Angular application. And what Chris said is like, what is legacy code? And it's like, the code we wish we didn't have to maintain is what he said. And that was something that like really resonated with me, is like, good quality code is not a problem. It's like, you look at it, it makes sense, it works, it's good, it's like, it's up to snuff, it's good enough. Sometimes code that I've written a month ago is legacy code because I look at it and I'm like, that's crap. So I like that nuance of like, it's code that you're proud of, it's easy to work on, it's there, it's like, it's not legacy when it's that, and then it's enterprise when it's easy to step into. So we're gonna shoot for not legacy instantly and enterprise easy, without the terrible. Okay. So we're gonna do Vue if I use.
One by one, take 'em down. Pictures of you and me, skated across the ground. I don't know why I feel so down, let it flow. She said you'll be fine, please don't go. But she to the ground, I feel low. Now my queen is gone. I don't know why I feel so down, let it flow. She said you'll be fine,
Yeah,
please don't go.
I'm up and manually install it. That sucks. We're gonna do it anyway.
Take 'em down, pictures of you and me, skated across the ground. One by one, throwing back, one more shot of whiskey, trying to forget the
Just
love.
something about needed that for, I think they needed fibers, or I don't know what fibers is, but I kind of remember that.
Remember when we took that way? Listen to what people don't say. Breathing in and breathing out. You tried everything in vain, but when I stay here with no more kids, you cannot just walk away. I'm not rebelling into
Okay, so
and now it goes like
this is a little different, and it's not. And I have to view use. Hmm.
take 'em down. Pictures of you and me, skated across the ground.
remember why I was doing that. This was for, okay. Okay. Why is it? That's what it is. Okay, so you need to do both. That's why I did it. Okay. So we need to do this and we need to do that. Okay. Yay. See what I'm not doing, unless I bet there was a next beautify. No. Hmm. View style loader, CSS loader. I'm gonna follow the docs. I mean, I guess they changed it since the last time we did this. It's been a while. Excuse me. Okay. I think tonight, I think I'm gonna call it a night for tonight. I may or may not finish bringing in Beautify. And then potentially I'll do that tonight. We'll see. And then tomorrow I will probably come back and see if I can do a little more. Bringing in the context menu. So at least we got our goal for tonight. I wanted to see if we can get the text back and figure out how to where in the text it was. We get that back, which is nice. Okay. So tomorrow, I might even try to schedule this. Let's see if I can figure out how to schedule a stream. Tomorrow, I'm going to. Oh, it's a good goal for tomorrow. We want to. If I don't have Vuetify installed, I'm going to figure out how to get Vuetify working with Vue 3. And then we're going to try to get a little context menu to pop down. And it should say create citation or change word or we'll figure out. We're going to do a few things. We want to do a few things. I want to be able to create citations. I want to be able to change wording for my own document. I want to create references and resources to provide contextual information. And I don't think we're going to get to all of that, but we might be able to build a menu that at least has like 3 text entries that like we can click on. It may not do anything. And at a minimum, I'd like to be able to change the text. So like pop up some kind of a window with the text in it. So if there's like change the text, we're going to pop up a window that's like with the text editing, like or the text area box so we can edit it. And then we can click the button and it will change the text. That'd be a good goal for tomorrow. And as a stretch, if we could somehow report that information to an API. So in the next hour, we'll try that. I don't think we're going to get that far, but we'll try. Is if Vuetify is not installed, we'll install Vuetify. Then we're going to get a little menu that's going to have 3 options on it, or maybe 4, or whatever we come up with. And then at least one of them needs to be edit the text. And we're going to take the text that we are now able to select. We're going to edit it. We're going to update the view so that our edit shows on our screen. And as a stretch, if we can send that information to a server, I don't think we're going to be able to do anything with it. Like, because we still have to like stand the API. We have there's a lot of stuff that's going to be involved in being able to do that. And then we also would want some auth because like if we're going to make a change to the document, like obviously we don't want anybody making changes to our document, and we don't want to change anybody else's. That's just not the way freedom works. So I think that'll be a good goal for tomorrow. That's quite a bit of work, so maybe we'll do it tomorrow in the afternoon. But until then, I find myself coding for freedom. That's cheesy. I find myself coding. I find myself soothed by coding because I love this. Yeah, I do. Have a good night.